And the Oscar goes to Cillian Murphy.
When Cillian Murphy won the Best Actor Oscar for Oppenheimer on Sunday night, it was the fulfillment of a wish made and granted by filmmaker Christopher Nolan. In a note on the front page of the script he'd given the Irish actor, Nolan had written, "Dearest Cillian, finally a chance to see you lead. Love, Chris. We made a film about the man who created the atomic bomb, and for better or for worse, we're all living in Oppenheimer's world. So I would really like to dedicate this to the peacemakers everywhere," Murphy said in his speech. Murphy had played the lead in a number of projects over the years, from the 2002 zombie classic 28 Days Later to 2021's A Quiet Place Part 2 and the TV series Peaky Blinders. But for much of his career, he'd brought his intense presence and 1,000 yards there to supporting parts. That was certainly true when it came to the 6 movies he and Nolan had made together, starting with his villainous turn as Scarecrow in 2005's Batman Begins, a role he revisited in its 2 sequels, and continuing with his scene-stealing character roles in Inception and Dunkirk. With his sharp cheekbones and simmering blue eyes, he physically resembles J. Robert Oppenheimer, the historic physicist Nolan chose to depict in his film about the creation and deployment of the atomic bomb. He had been one of the stars considered for the same role in Manhattan, an earlier TV dramatization of the secretive Manhattan Project that birthed the weapon at the end of World War II. In Nolan's case, Murphy said he didn't even need to read the completed script before saying yes. "Every time Chris has called me, I've always said yes before I've read the script, so it's just a formality," Murphy said in a Vanity Fair interview. Formality is Nolan's way, however. Here's how Oppenheimer first came to Murphy. "He generally tends to just call me out of the blue, or Emma Thomas, his wife and producer, calls me because Chris doesn't possess a phone or a computer or an email," the actor said. "So she called me and I was totally unaware that this was happening." Nolan then got on the line to explain. He said, "Look, I have a script. It's called Oppenheimer. I'd like you to play Oppenheimer." Then what he always does though is he flies to wherever you are and gives you the actual script himself in person. And it's always printed on red paper with black ink. And it was a dose-topper of a thing. The paper color is designed to thwart any potential efforts to make a photocopy, which protects the secrecy of the story, although the history behind this one was well documented. Nolan adapted Kai Bird and Martin J. Sherwin's 2005 Pulitzer Prize-winning biography, American Prometheus, The Triumph and Tragedy of J. Robert Oppenheimer. Murphy spent 6 months preparing for the performance, dropping 28 pounds to even more closely match Oppenheimer's skeletal visage and refining his voice and mannerisms. This devotion didn't let up during the shoot, as he continued relentless preparation after hours for the next day's work, learned Dutch for a scene in which Oppenheimer lectures in the foreign language, and starved himself to continue shedding weight for later scenes in which the character is at a physical and mental low point. His co-star Robert Downey Jr., a supporting actor winner for playing Oppenheimer's nemesis, Lewis Strauss, recalled at the group Q&A in December that Nolan regularly checked in with Murphy about his physical transformation. He was like, "You're sure you're going to make the very emaciated scenes later?" Downey said, "I was like, dude, he's a cadaver. Leave him alone." We realized as the people who got to jetpack in and out of this movie how unfathomably lucky we were to have Cillian at the helm of it, added co-star Emily Blunt, who was a supporting actress nominee for playing Kitty Oppenheimer. Just the most monumental task, which he did with humility and kindness. So when you say, did he unplug? Never ever. He couldn't ever. I think we could. I was like, let's get some fajitas in New Mexico. Cillian's like, I'll be in my room. It also became a running joke, Downey said. Like, Cillian, you want to come out to dinner tonight and not eat? Now, with the Oscar in hand, it's well past time for Murphy to let loose. Or in other words, here is Cillian. Finally a chance to see you decimate some fajitas.